So on, what does home mean to you?
Wow. Elise, that's a remarkably deep question for me. And I'm going to try and not to wax too verbose in answering it. You know, my whole life I've had this feeling like I don't know why I don't feel I am home. Even as a child in my parents, I've never felt home. I've never felt like I belong here. This is my place. It was normal for me, so I didn't question. Even when in our early 20s, we bought our first home together. Um, I owned the place, but it didn't somehow feel home. The first time I started to get a feeling of belonging, of home, was here. I'm hoping we can just like take a little bit of a zoom around while I talk. This is an andalay. This is our farm, and the house there in the background is that's the one we built with our own hands, and this process um, of coming to this land, and I mean it was choked with invader tree species that were, I mean, it was terrible. We cleared that with our own hands, and once we'd cleared the land, then we could build the house. And we had help from a builder just with a frame, but we built it with our own hands. And something about that process started to make me feel like this could be home. And it was only after living here for some years that I really got what home is for me. It's not a place, it's not geography. Home is a sense, it's a feeling. Home for me is the place where I can completely let all my guards down, completely open all my chakras, completely allow myself to be, to really be. Home is where I connect with the divine, with that which is sacred within myself. And you can't just do that anywhere. You can't just go somewhere and because it's beautiful, like you're on holiday and you just go and you chill and then you really need to be in a state of complete surrender and bliss. And here there is nothing. I mean, the neighbors are distant enough. It's just nature. Here I can completely open and I can let everything in. And allow myself to completely express. It's here where I can really find myself, find the divine. So here is the place where I access home. Home, I think, is inside of me. Home is where the divine is. Try to be not too verbose. That was the short answer to your question.
Why did you call your home an andalay?
I was I was looking for a word that would describe what it means to me, what this place means to me. And there are some nice English words: joy, peace, bliss, serenity. But Anandalay is Sanskrit, and Anandalay. It means the place of, but there isn't an exact English word for that. Not quite joy, not quite bliss, not quite. It's something. It's all of that and more. It's soul deep, fulfilled, expansive, joyful blissfulness. It's the place of that, and it is that for me.
Do you think you would ever move away from an andalay?
Gosh. In a box, no, I don't think so. I even think when I shed this mortal form, somehow, I have no other roots. I've got a little root in Lyra. Now, Lyra is a constellation in our night sky where I had my first incarnation, and that was home for me. Apparently there's no life even anymore on that planet. It's been obliterated. But somehow I've got a little root there because it was really home for me. I've never been to the Pleiades, but my relationship with the Pleiadians, somehow I've got a little root there. I've never even been there. And I've got a root here. this is somehow a place I belong. So will I ever? No, I don't think so. Not in this lifetime, and even when I do go, still I'll always be here.
But are you planning some travels away from
Oh,
Andalay?
sure, yeah. After building this place for like 8 years, I didn't go any further than the nearest town. I just stayed here. I didn't want to go anywhere. And people wanted to work quite intensively and personally with me. I'd get them to fly here, and I'd work with them here, because I didn't want to go away. This was so sacred to me. But more recently, I've been called to travel. Last year, I did a trip to the States, and it was amazing. Met, wow, such amazing, beautiful people. Officiated a wedding for two of my very dearest friends. Did a training workshop, so intense, so beautiful, so powerful, that I really enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed getting out there. I enjoyed seeing a little bit of the world. It was my first time to the States. There's this little conflict inside of myself, because on the one hand, I really want to get out there and I really want to do that. I really want to go places. On the other hand, I don't want to go away from here awfully much. And I just think, oh, Pikachu. Oh, no, he's off doing his thing. That, my friends, that's Pikachu and Maya. Now, Pikachu, I can't explain the connection. I mean, I've called myself Zingdad. Yeah, I've called myself Zingdad on the internet because of Pikachu's predecessor, Zing. I felt there's such a deep connection to Zing. And I thought it was special and unique to Zing, this deep connection. And I'm blowed if I don't have an even deeper connection with this little guy. And when I go away, he mourns me. We're just that deeply connected. And I have to admit, I kind of mourn his absence too. He is my joy. He fills my life with so much happiness that it's difficult to go away from Pikachu, let alone everything that is here. So the short answer to your question is I do plan on doing some overseas trips. I do plan on I want to go to Europe. I want to do light circles all over the place. I want to teach what I have to teach. I want to share. I want to get out there. I want to go where people are. But it doesn't come without some substantial cost for me to do so. So probably yes, soon. I don't know when.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to tell us on?
Anything else I would like to tell you? Wow. What I would like to say on the subject of homes is that I think everybody needs to find a place where they can let down their guard completely. And I mean, you might not be as blessed as I am to be able to have all of this space to do that. But you need to find a place like that. You need to find a place where you can completely surrender, completely open, completely let go, where there aren't noises. He's a little bit addicted to this. Where there aren't things that are constantly taking your attention away from your own soul. So I think everybody needs to find their home, whatever that is for them. And I guess that's my closing thought.
Thank you, An.
Thank you.